Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys about how um, basic training OSUT was for me as a 19 Delta Cap Scout. Um, so I shipped out for basic September 25th of 2016, or 2017, excuse me. And it was terrifying. I went from, doing my own thing, bumming around, uh, to this new life that's full of rules and expectations and all that other kind of stuff. So I got to Fort Benning around midnight probably. Uh, so technically the 26th. And the first thing that happened was drill sergeant came on the bus and just started yelling at everyone. Not like screaming, but like yelling to get off the bus, get your bags, and get in formation. Which at the time I had no idea what it was. I didn't understand any of it. So scary at first. But yeah, so uh, we did that, and then we went inside. They had food for us, just some like sandwiches and drinks. And we sat around for a while. Then after that, we went and got our PT uniforms. So just the shorts, t-shirt, long sleeve, pants, jacket, everything. We only wore the shorts and t-shirt though because it was so hot outside in Georgia. Um, they had us stay awake for a while, probably about 40 to 43 hours. Um, they actually just had us stay awake all night. We went to bed at 2100, but I was up 5 a.m. the previous day. So the 25th, I woke up at 5 a.m. To leave the hotel to go to airport, fly to Georgia. Um, didn't go to bed till 26 around 9 p.m. So not quite 40 hours, but 30 plus. Um, they had us take our ID pictures when we were all tired after we got our heads shaved. And I think the hardest part about when you first get there is that they have you stay awake for fucking the entire thing. Um, and it sucks. It really sucks. Um, but yeah, here's my picture of when I first got there. I was I was exhausted. Um, it sucked, but finally got to bed around 9 o'clock that night. Like I said, racked out. Woke up the next morning around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Got ready and then just kept doing and processing stuff, blood work, shots, all that other kind of fun stuff. Uh, they give you shoes because you can't wear your own civilian shoes at basic until like later on, like black and gold face. Um, yeah, it wasn't fun, but it wasn't bad. So fast forward through and processing, you get your uniform, boots, name tags, all that kind of stuff. Um, so the day I shipped out for actual basic was October 2nd. We left around 9 or 10 in the morning, and I was in Charlie Troop uh, over on Harmony Church. And we pull up, and there's just probably about 15, 20 drill sergeants just standing there. And I remember the bus ride there, they had music going for us, and we were all, jamming out, trying to calm down. And the minute we turned the corner to go down the hill, and we saw all the drill sergeants, it just got quiet. The music was still playing, but it just got quiet on the bus. We were all terrified. Um, so we're sitting there, the bus is all parked, and one of our drill sergeants who was really loud, really kind of had a lot of energy. He came on and just to get off my bus now, let's go, go, go. And we're all panicked privates, so we all start running off the bus. A bunch of kids fell. Some kid actually fell and got really hurt. But yeah, a lot of kids are falling, just stumbling. We have two duffel bags on that are full. One's front loaded and one's on your back. So going through the aisles with that is kind of not a fun time. So yeah, it's it's like, go get off my bus, and they took us out to the rock pit, which is our PT pit, and uh, had us drop both our bags, one on each side, and then we had to hold the bags, which are about 35, 40 pounds probably a piece. They had us hold the bags over our heads, straight arm over our heads for a while. And if you put it down, you got yelled at and told to do push-ups, and you had to pick it back up once you got up. It was hot that day too. It was like 95 probably and humid. We're all in our regular uniforms, and I think we had one heat cat that day. It was rough. We were probably outside a total of 4 hours, and that's not including getting smoked in the bay and all that kind of stuff. First chow was UPUs, which is when they bring the food out of the DFAC to wherever you are. They're in these little green tubs. And paper plates, some kind of like styrofoam cup full of juice. And he had to sit under the CTA, which is the big roof under or over your troop. And we all ate there, still yelling at us. We didn't know what we were doing. It's our day zero. So yeah, had the fun of day zero. And that night, my platoon drill sergeant, one of them, told us that wake up was at 0730, and I was sitting there like, I don't know, drill sergeant, that doesn't sound right, but okay, if you say so. So we all went to bed at 2100 after trying to shower for 30 minutes with 60 guys. It's not that easy. So yeah, we all go to bed at 2100, and come 5 a.m. we're all still asleep, and they come in, flip on the lights, air horns, what's a thing called? Megaphone. There you go. Megaphone, just screaming, just smacking pans together. Just, why are you still in your bunks? Why are you still in your bunks? And you call it ready line, which is a big box. It's okay. In the middle of our bay, we had a kill zone where you could not walk in. You couldn't go in the kill zone, or else you got smoked for a long time. And they had tape around it, which was the ready line. So they called ready line, and you just had to go and stand on the line, and they put you in the front leaning rest, which is the push-up position, and they just made us do push-ups at 5 a.m. before PT. So wake up, do that. We went out to PT. That's all I really remember of the day after day zero. Yeah, that's all I really remember from that. Our first event was the team building course, excuse me, where you have to go through a bunch of obstacles with your team that you have, about 10 of you probably, maybe 12, depending on how big your troop is. And you have to get through certain obstacles, like you can only touch the black, you can't touch the white. And you put, boards down, or you do whatever to get past the obstacle. And it's not easy. I don't think anyone actually completed one of the events, because you have to get, for example, there's one where it's a dummy on a can't think of the word. One of those things you fucking carry bodies on. I don't know. I can't think of the name for it right now. I'm blanking. But you had to get one of those across a little bridge type thing. And it didn't sound hard, but it was, because you had to like climb up one of the 2x4s to get on. Then you went across to the next one, up to the next one, across, up, so far and so forth. and you had to carry the dummy all the way there, and then you had to also get your entire team across. So yeah, it's not that easy. We had a heat cat that day too, actually, but yeah, it was fun, but it was just hot and still scary because we were privates. Um, but yeah, it wasn't. Thinking back to it now, basic training was not that bad. Uh, but fast forward to say white phase. So red phase, you had the obstacle course. A couple other things I can't remember right now. But so yeah, fast forward to white phase when we did weapons quals, which was all you do all day is go out to the field, shoot your gun, come back, and clean your weapon, clean whatever, and that's all white phase is just cleaning your weapon and shooting it. That's all you do. You do shooting drills to kind of keep your teach you how to shoot basically. So like slow squeeze, etc., etc. Hold your weapon right, no swaying, focus your breath, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's all white phase really is just cleaning and shooting. Then blue phase, it was around Thanksgiving that we were in blue phase, because I remember Thanksgiving Day we did the confidence course, which is the Jacob's ladder, the inverted rope, which sucked. I got bad rope burn off that, etc., etc., all that other kind of fun stuff. Yeah, Thanksgiving Day we did that. And on that day we got a new drill sergeant too. That was his first official day there, which he ended up being one of my favorites. He was pretty cool. I'm not gonna say names, but he was pretty cool. Had a big meal that day. It was amazing. We got to use our phone for a while, so it was nice to talk to my parents and all that kind of stuff. That's all I really remember of Blueface too. I'm kind of blanking on all the other stuff. Oh, land nav. Land nav was really fun. You go out to the woods for a day or two. You get MREs. They get told to go find 5 spots. And you have 4 hours to do it. So find it in 2 hours. You have 2 hours to spare and just hang out, which is really relaxing around this time. So yeah, land nav was fun. Land nav was really cool. Let's see. After land nav, that's all I can think of right now. I know we did a lot more stuff, but I can't think of anything. I'm blanking on most of it. Oh, I forgot to mention red phase, Seaburn chamber, or the gas chamber. It's not that bad, I promise you. The anxiety leading up to it is worse than the actual thing. And people say it'll clear your sinuses, but it will not. You will also be sick throughout the entirety of basic training. Yeah, you're gonna have a stuffed nose and cough the entire time you're at basic, so get used to that. So yeah, that basically clears up the BCT portion of it from what I can remember. You're gonna do a lot of push-ups. You're gonna do a lot of unnecessary running, mountain climbers, etc., etc. So yeah, it's not bad though. BCT is not bad. Actually, OSUT in general is not that bad. Black phase. You do gunnery, which is shooting your weapons. So you'll get to shoot the Bradleys, the 50 cals, Mark 19s, 240s. So yeah, it's pretty fun. The brass cleanup sucks because you just sit there cleaning up hundreds and hundreds of rounds. Yeah, so that's gunnery, and then you do infiltration was one of my favorite things because infiltration is you're out in the middle of the woods. Well, it's actually pretty close to true. You walk there. Anyway, infiltration is really fun because you get a team of I think 3 or 4 of you, and your goal is to get to the cone, which is 500, 600 meters out. But they have 2 OPs set up, watching over the little valley that it's in, and you can't get seen. So you got to low crawl through most of it, and it's actually really fun. We did it in the rain, so it made it even more fun. It was pretty cool. So infiltration, advanced land nav, which is the same as before, but just a harder course. But it's still really fun. Still same rules, finish it all in 2 hours, which you probably won't do. It's really hard. But you use a dagger too, which is basically just a little handheld GPS system. Let's see, gunnery, infiltration, land nav. I'm blanking again. I'm just saying what I really remember and what stuck in my mind throughout basic. So yeah, gunnery, infiltration, advanced land nav, all fun stuff. It's not bad. And then throughout the entirety of black and gold phase, depending on who your drill sergeants are and how they feel about it, you're going to study for the Saber challenge, which is weapons, call for fire. Oh, that's another thing we did was learn how to call for fire. So call on airstrikes, all that kind of stuff. Really fun. So yeah, weapons, call for fire, first aid, which we didn't really go too in depth with. We learned how to apply tourniquets and all that kind of stuff. But that's really all we learned for the most part. Weapons call for fire, medical, and radio checks. You'll also need to learn that too, which we do learn in mid phase as well. There's going to be a sergeant in there teaching you it all. He's pretty cool. I don't know if it'll be the same guy for you, but he was pretty cool. So yeah, that's Saber challenge. It's clearing for the weapons. It's clearing, disassemble, reassemble, and functions check in a certain amount of time. Which sounds hard, but it's really not that hard. Be careful with the weapons though, because when I was gutting the 240 for the insides, I sliced my thumb open, and they had to put a tissue or toilet paper and just kind of duct tape it up for the time being, because we didn't have anything else to use. So that kind of sucked, but I still did everything. I passed my Saber challenge first try. It wasn't hard because I studied a lot for it, so it wasn't that hard for me. Yeah, it's not bad. Just study your ass off for the Saber challenge, and you'll do fine. That's the last main thing that you do in basic. You've also got the day and night Humvee and Bradley or Striker drive, whatever you get for your platform. I'm on a Bradley unit, so I drive the Bradleys, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not bad. Some of the people that you'll meet in basic, you'll either love them or you'll hate them. I made a lot of good friends in basic, but there's also a lot of kids that were not really that about the army life. They're selfish and all that kind of stuff. So they do stuff for themselves, and they end up screwing over everybody else in your troop. Everyone has them. You're gonna have them if you go to OSUT or basic or wherever you go. You're gonna have those guys that just care about themselves more and end up screwing up the entire troop. So you'll have guys like that. They're gonna try and sell you a lot of stuff too, like shirts, like I got right here. Shirts, you're gonna get a ring. Mine's out there, or else I'll show you guys. Yeah, so shirts, a ring, your troops shirts, your platoon shirts, yearbooks, DVDs, etc., etc., etc. They actually try and sell you swords and shields too. I don't know. I didn't go look at those. I didn't want to buy them. Um, you'll have boot vendors come in too, so you can get new boots, which is nice because the ones that they give you are not comfortable. Um, yeah. So you'll get your new boots eventually. We got ours in blue phase, so we were allowed to wear them in blue phase. Um, let's see. What else am I missing here? Oh, Ruck Marches. You're going to get assigned a bunch of stuff. Ruck Marches, you do a 5K, 8K, 10K, 12K, 16, and a 20K. You do the 16 and the 20K twice, though. The last two are just with more weight. Depending on who you're with, your 20K will be more than 20K. Ours was about 25. It took us like 4 hours to do it, which equals out to about 13 to 14 miles. It sucked. It was terrible. We stepped off from our FTX at 1800 and we didn't get back till 2300. So no, 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours just walking with weight on your back and keeping up with the pace of everyone. I had to run about a mile with my ruck on to keep up. Not to keep up, but I was behind people that were slacking back, so I had to run to get back up to the group. And after being out in the field for a week, you're already tired, exhausted. You haven't eaten too much of anything but MREs and UPUs for the past week, so you're just tired. But that last 20K ruck, you get your Sabers, and it's just a little gold pin that you put on your blues. Looks like this, and there's a big fire. Your first sergeant and all your drill sergeants are gonna be out there, and they're gonna give a speech. Your drill sergeants are going to walk by and shake your hand and say congratulations and all that kind of stuff, which is really, really amazing at that time because you've only seen them in drill sergeant mode the past 16 weeks. So it's a really cool thing. FTXs are pretty fun. You just go out in the field and you practice battle drills, all that kind of stuff. I know our drill sergeant that was in charge of our FTX 3, I believe, didn't want to do the battle drills because as a scout, we don't really do that kind of stuff a lot. So he taught us actual scout stuff. So we dug hide spots and we practiced hand signals and all that kind of stuff. So it was really cool. So yeah, we did all that kind of stuff. FTX, Ruck March. Yeah, it was. Like I said, looking back on it now, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, just you're gonna have some people that you just love to be around that keep your mood up. That's another thing too. Keep your mood up while you're at basic. Don't get depressed because it's hard and it sucks. It's not that bad, I promise you. It goes by really fast. Those I was there for 5 months, 6 months, somewhere around there, and it went by fast. It really did. But yeah, just meet friends or battle buddies, but you're never gonna use that term again. So I don't know why they even teach you that in basic. Yeah, so just meet some cool people there that are gonna keep your spirits up and they're gonna motivate you to do better. Because that's what you need at that time is to be motivated. Always sound off. Always do your PT when they tell you to do it. So if your push-ups, don't sham out on them and do little half reps. No, you got to go all the way down and push all the way up. And it's gonna suck. It's going to suck. I lost 30 pounds at basic actually. I don't know if you can tell by my picture here, but I lost 30 pounds. So, yeah, it was an experience that I'm not gonna forget anytime soon. But it was a good time. Like looking back on it, it wasn't that bad. I was fortunate enough to get stationed close to home, so that's nice. Some people, like my buddy Brummett, who was in basic with me, got stationed over in Fort Irwin, and he lives in Missouri. I'm a 4.5, 5 hour drive from home, so I got to go home on weekends, which is nice. So, yeah, it's not bad overall. Basic training is more mental than anything. Just as long as you can keep your spirits up about it and not be, that part that's like, oh, I'm gonna quit. I want to go home. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna go AWOL. We had 6 kids go AWOL in my troop while I was there. Don't be that kid. They're gonna tell you that you can quit whenever you want to, but they're gonna hold you for the rest of the OSUT training because they're gonna get their money out of you. So let's say you decide to quit in red phase, then you're going to be there for the entirety of white, blue, black, and gold phase until we all leave, and you might still stay for a little bit after that. So yeah, just don't quit. Keep it up. Do your PT. Sound off. For the love of God, sound off. Because if you don't sound off, then they're going to ruin you even more. So lose your voice like you will throughout basic. Scream. And just do what you're told. It's not that hard. Just do what you're told. And just don't be a Blue Falcon. Don't do it. Keep your weapons clean. Keep your gear clean. Keep your locker organized. Don't get contraband. Keep your bed made. Boot line straight. Shower too. There were kids that didn't shower for like a week at a time. They wouldn't shower, and it was disgusting. But yeah, it's not bad. If you're about to ship out and you're stressing over it, don't worry. It's not that bad, I promise you. Yeah, just keep your head up throughout it, and you'll do just fine at basic. All right, guys. Enjoy.